Hi, this is with Cincy Chic, and it's Cincinnati Fashion Week, and I'm here with Mary Zella of Landor. And Landor is one of the world's leading brand consulting and design firms. And it's an interesting party that we have going on tonight, because Landor represents a lot of brands like the New York Stock Exchange and FedEx and Kikkoman Soy Sauce, which are not necessarily brands we would find sexy like fashion. So Mary, why don't you explain to our viewers the connection between Landor and fashion, and why the participation of Landor in Cincinnati Fashion Week?
Absolutely, I would love to. As designers, we are on a constant search for inspiration in our work, creative inspiration. And even if the brands or categories that we're working on aren't directly related to fashion, as you know, fashion can provide a lot of inspiration in terms of what's on trend, in terms of colors, patterns, styles, cuts, materials, and textures. And so as designers, we're constantly looking for new opportunities and ways to really activate great design for our brands. So fashion is a very rich territory for us to look to in order to provide that inspiration.
That's very cool. Now Landor, in case you didn't know, is located in downtown Cincinnati in the old Shillitoe Reichs building. Now a lot of our younger viewers don't know that Shillitoe Reichs was a department store way back when in Cincinnati. It's now an office building, and what is Landor doing in this building? And explain a little bit about the connection to that and fashion.
Absolutely. We love this building. In fact, we just redid our lease, so we're going to be here even longer. We've been here 10 years so far, and have loved it ever since. You're right, this was Shillitoe's and then Macy's before it moved to Fountain Square in Cincinnati. And the first floor we shared with the Business Courier, and then it's residential lofts above. Town Properties owns the building and is our landlord. But we love the space. We have these beautiful big retail windows that line Race Street and Shillitoe Place Alley. And I had long wanted to activate those as a vehicle to, number one, inspire our employees. We talked before about how important inspiration is in terms of design and creative generation. And we also wanted to engage our clients and the community and help the community understand a little bit more about design, because to your point, a lot of people know a lot about fashion. We all tend to be a little bit more involved with that, but sometimes design and graphic design can be a bit more mysterious.
And they don't even know you're here.
They don't necessarily know we're here, because it's not necessarily a building that the public comes in and out of a lot, although for our last year's Fashion Week show, we did actually invite the public in, and I can talk about that. But we had long wanted to activate our window space in a way that really, again, inspired employees, helped people understand a little bit more about design and what we do. And I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Ann Wainscott, who's sitting outside tonight, who was actually a fashion illustrator in this building years ago. She worked here from 1938 through the late 70s, doing fashion illustrations for Shillitoe's and all the fashions of the day through all those decades. And we actually did a show of her work. And again, to that inspiration point, last year we used her work to inspire future opportunities for our brands. So, can you create a new innovation for one of our brands based on some inspiration that you find in this woman's work?
It's really innovative, and very unique for the employees of your company, and they probably find that very refreshing.
Absolutely.
To think outside the box. Now, in case you can hear some really lively music going on in the background, there is a big party going on. And they can probably hear us all the way to Mount Adams, maybe even to Norwood. What's going on outside this evening?
So this is our second annual Fashion Week event, and it's called Graphic Fashion. So we are going to reveal our spring window displays. So we do change our windows out 3 to 4 times a year, but we're committed that our spring show is always our big show, because we're all cooped up in Cincinnati. We can't wait to get outside. And it coincides with Fashion Week, which has just really worked for us. So our theme this year is graphic fashion, and the window reveal, which we'll do at 8:30. We created all sorts of, and again, all of our people participated, created just patterns. We asked everybody just to contribute, just what's a new and interesting pattern that you can see working in textiles and fashion, or perhaps within graphic design. And we created a black and white camp and a color camp, and then chose our favorites. And then actually our